Hello everyone! Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and if you don't, happy Saturday. So when I decided that I was going to do a video every week this month, it did not occur to me that, because today was the holiday, which is a Saturday, that meant I was going to have to grocery shop on Sunday. I'm also meeting up with a stitching friend for some coffee. So we're doing it tonight, and it could be a long video, so fasten your seatbelts, y'all. Because it's going to be an interesting night. I'm mixing my fandoms all kinds of tonight. I'm actually drinking hot cocoa that's made, it's the dairy-free Swiss Miss. It's actually really good. Alright, so, what are we going to talk about? Don't have a ton of Q&A today, but that's okay. We have no haul, but I've got gift cards that I will be spending, so there will be haul to deck the halls with come January. I got a new necklace today, and I really like it. It's pretty. It's gonna be one of those episodes, I'm afraid. Alright, so, I hope those of you who celebrate had a great Christmas. Those of you who don't celebrate, I hope you've had a good week and a great Saturday. But let's dive on in. So the first Q&A, may be the only Q&A this week. Yes, the only Q&A this week comes from Deborah Dixon. And she asks, are you going to put your WIP Go picking friends on a wheel and spin it to see who chooses? And the answer is no. Everyone is assigned a square, so whenever theirs is called, which will be Monday, we'll find out what the January WIP Go goals are. We will dive right into it then. So I'm secretly kind of hoping I have two friends that are married to each other, and I'm kind of hoping that maybe they'll get called in the same month. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, so, like I said, no haul. So, what did I work on this week? Well, I am glad you asked. So, of course, we had the joy that is cryptids. I did get mostly full days to work at work this week. So I got the corner fixed, and I actually went and finished up the bottom corner here. I used Azalea from Krynic for the little doobie-doos at the bottom. Got my ring light, so hopefully that'll balance me out a little better. So, that is what I will be working on tomorrow, is getting caught up with the Dover here. That way I can go ahead and post this. I've done my 400 on it for the month, which gives me my WIP Go blackout. I had no prizes set for myself because I just didn't. But this way, at least, we will have a full blackout. So, we still have next week off from Cryptids. So, I will work on it hopefully tomorrow, hopefully finish up the Dover Demons, and then, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but Asher is sitting outside, and he's not terribly happy that the door is closed. He's been sleeping basically all evening, only to do this now. Let me go bring him in here for a second. Please pardon the mess in here. Would you like to come in? Okay, but you're gonna have to behave. Daddy's filming a video. I'm sorry you're all having to see this. Told you, this was gonna be one of those videos. So, for those who have not met him yet, this is Mr. Asher. He's our little boy. Gosh, he's a good boy. Yes, he is. Can you sit here and be quiet now? He's literally been asleep since my mother left. about 3. Except he was awake long enough for DINNER. Actually, because he's up here, I'm going to turn this off. So, ring light's going off. Sorry, it's going to make it a little darker in here, but I don't want it hurting his eyes. No, I don't. Okay. So, haha, this is going to be one of those episodes, y'all. Alright, what else did I work on? Well, one night I did work on South Seas Mermaid so that I could finish up the little bit of green, whoa, careful buddy, that I needed to finish on it. So, that's where we are on it. So I did decide, we'll talk about January a little bit. I decided I'm going to go back to the goal setting. I'll still kind of use the wheel to spin and see what I'm going to work on, but goal setting really works for me. So I think January's goal is going to be to finish, maybe go ahead and finish out the top part above the fold. Because I think that's something I can probably accomplish in a couple of days, stitching. Because I tend to work on these on weekends, because I have more uninterrupted time. So, this is South Sea Mermaid by Mirabilia. It is on Moana Opal from Hand Dyed by Stephanie. And that's where we're at. But all of the metallic green, dark green, is done. Right. I worked on Witchy Dreams. Not Witchy Dreams. This is not Witchy Dreams. I'm sorry, y'all. This is Wicked Siblings. This is from Mama Witch Cross Stitch. It is on a one-off fabric that I got from Fortnite Fabrics. And I finished up the, so I worked on this little section here. Boop. So it is a hand sticking out from the ground, doing the OK sign. It's a little hard to tell that's what it is, but that's what it is. And a pumpkin and a mushroom. So my goal for next month, grab my tablet. Ooh. My goal for next month is going to be, once I scroll up to the top, oh no, that's not it. Okay, so here's the full pattern. So my goal for next month is to do those 3 mushrooms, those little 3 standing leaves, and then the little branch next to it going up. I mean, depending on how long that takes, because I don't expect that'll take very long, I may try and come down and do some of this, like sort of do this quadrant here. So, that's from Mama Witch Cross Stitch. But I'm really pleased with how this is shaping up. Then, what's in here? This. Ah, yes. I worked on Aurora. So this is what I worked on Sunday and Monday. And I got a fairly good amount accomplished, actually. So here's where she is now. This is on just a random blue from my stash. Let's do that. That might help. Yeah, that does help. Sort of. So I did, sort of help. So all of that there, and then this part over here. So this one is one, it's a little harder to sort of split for goals. So what my goal is going to be is to finish this section in here, and just the pink. So my goal is going to be to finish the pink here. And then I'm going to go back and do the blue at the end. Because I was having a little trouble with my counting. So, that's you. What up? Baby bear on my lap. It's getting a little warm in here. And for reference, the full piece, do you like how I just sounded super southern with that? The full piece of that one, this is from Brooke's books. There's the full pattern. So still a long ways to go. So I'm basically trying to finish one panel, and that's kind of how I'm going to describe these going forward, is going to be the individual panels. And then I worked on quilts for just a little bit, not much. So this is from Long Dog Samplers. This is on Tiramisu, I believe, from Under the Sea Fabrics. So that's where I got to on that. Not terribly far. So my goal on that one is going to be to finish up half a page during the month. This is a good one for page decisions. Something that usually gets asked of me when I'm setting my goals is how do I kind of determine it? And the way I determine it is that really based off the pattern. Some patterns, like this one, so there to the bottom is one page. So a half page for this one is going to be like the tree and part of this house. So that's kind of how I determine my goals, is based off that. Okay. So that's everything I worked on this week. Oh, wait, no, that's a lie, because I had a finish today. It was my new moon, new start for this month. It was a stitch along with Park Hopper Bart. Obviously, I'm farther along than he is, because he hasn't finished it yet. But it was Kermit by Dr. Beatman. Stay there, bud. I have an Asher who's a little testy at the moment. Okay, so there it is. This is on Sea Serpent from Ship's Manor. The changes that I made to it, I didn't. The water and the sky are actually charted in, but his model didn't do all of it. So I decided, since I'm worked on fairly swampy fabric, to not do that, is to not fill that part in. So I used wools for Kermit himself. I used DMC for the shrubbery and the water. I used 3 Gentle Arts, or maybe it was 2 Gentle Arts and a Classic Colorworks. And then the music and the notes are in Etoile, which don't really show too well. Here, let's see. He's going to sit up for a second. There, you can sort of see that a little bit better. I love the Etoile, but it just does not show up very well when you're not in person. You can curl up on the beanbag. It's okay. He's probably going to want that. Alright, well, this is a good moment for me to pause and let him out of here before he eats something. And then I'll be back to show you the rest of the rotation for the next month. Okay. Out you go. There you go. Good buddy. We'll see. He may wind back to come back in, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so the rest of my rotation, which hasn't really changed all that much, that is an empty bag, or an empty project bag. Wait, toy. We've still got Haunted House. And again, this is on sort of a one-off from Fortnite. Let's tease it out. We will. There we go. That's a little better. So the plan is going to be to finish up the house frame, and depending on how long that takes, I may try to do the rest of part 1, but definitely going to finish up the house, porch awning, the blah ha ha, all that part will definitely get done, and then like I said, if there's time, I'll move on to those. And I did find my missing accoutrement for part 1. So that was exciting. Okay. We've got Witchy Dreams. This is from Barbara Anna. I don't have a good picture of it, especially considering I've got my color conversion going on. But here it is. This is on Noric Black Truffle from Fortnite Fabrics. Let's see, we've got Nutcracker. I think that's what's in this one. Yeah, Nutcracker by SodaStitch. I'm actually probably, once Cryptids is done, I'm going to probably bring this one back out because I want to try and finish that up. And I've got plenty of time. I've got, almost a full week before the new year. So I want to finish that, so I've got to do some frogging. But this is on Christmas in Williamsburg, the Gold Opal from Under the Sea. There's the full pattern. So that's the part that I need to fix. And this one, we've got Secret Garden from Tiny Modernist. This is on Moccasin from from Fortnite Fabrics. My plan for this is just going to be to finish filling in the door. So one of the things I also do as well is some months I won't do a huge goal on a project, because my goal is to do something attainable so that I achieve all my goals. So some months, that's all I really do. So that one's going to be one that's going to be a smaller goal. We've got Inspiration from Rosewood Manor. So I think Mellow from Picture This Plus. So here it is. It definitely needs some white behind it to get the right color. And this is just going to be a page finish. Which shouldn't be too terribly difficult to achieve. Because I basically finished out the page, or finished out the urn. That's what I've got to do still. And then last but not least, the Satsuma Alice in Wonderland. So my goal for next month is going to be to finish out this particular section. This is on Alphaba from Under the Sea Fabrics. That's much more truthful. Although I say that and I'm looking at it and it may be just finish the tree and the leaves and all that. Looking at it, I don't think the Mad Hatter's section is going to be all that slow to stitch. I don't know about the Queen of Hearts. Okay, so, because the next video, I don't know if I'm going to do one on the second. I may take the week off. We'll have 2 new starts. My New Year's new start, which I'm doing with Copper Bart and Zav Stitches, is going to be the Veronica and Ginger Little Mermaid. There she is. So I've got that all kitted up and ready to go. And it's getting its own designated project bag today. Because Kermit's coming out. And then on the 2nd is the new moon. Which means new moon, new start. 2 starts in 2 days. Ooh, and then Little Red Riding Hood Parade. I don't know what my new moon, new start is going to be. It's going to be from, I will probably... Actually, let's go ahead and just spin the wheel now. I don't have it back here, obviously, to show you that that's what it will be. But I will at least... It is at least kitted, I know. Or let me finish kitting it up. So, new moon, new start is going to be... Spinning, spinning, spinning. Stitchin' Witches. I'm not sure I have the fabric for that, but it's going to be Stitchin' Witches, apparently. That's exciting. All right. So, what else is coming in January? Oh! I am going to try and do magical stitches this year. There's not as much counting. There's no competition. And I kind of miss doing that, and it's going to be mystery themed. You can go check out Vicky Hartwell's video about it. But the weekly task, the first one is the New Year, New Start, and that runs from the 1st through the 9th. So that's going to be my... I'll do my 50... My plan for that group is I'll do 50 stitches on whatever the weekly task is, because there's no stitch count required for it. And then jump over and do the monthly one for the rest of it, which is supposed to be a little over 5,000, which is completely achievable. I don't think I said my goal on Witchy Dreams is going to be to finish for sure the hat and probably as much of the face as I can. Yes. That's the plan, at least. I need to make my notes on here. So I've got my little planner. Yep. All right, so that's settled. All right, well, that's the January plans for now, as they stand. So, for those of you not interested in a WIP parade, I will see you all next time. For those of you who are interested in a WIP parade, stick around. Alright, so these are all projects that have been started. These are the ones, this is technically my archives, if you will. So I'm going to go through these probably fairly quickly. If you have questions about one, please don't hesitate to ask below. Alright, so first up in here we've got Summer Patchwork. This was in World of Cross Stitch magazine from God knows when now. Because these never actually have their real dates on them. I'm not even sure what month this is. Or even what number this one is. I don't know which one this is. Huzzah. I was saying I was going to go through this quick, and boy did I just tell you a big old fat lie. There's a Sudoku in the back, which I don't actually think means anything. Okay, it was a July issue. It's issue 219. But here's where I'm at on it. This one actually did come out last month, but it was one that I ended up not keeping in the rotation because there was too much that it was similar to. So I'm about halfway done with it because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 motifs left. So actually, I'm probably a little more than halfway. So I do love it. It was too similar to the flowery things that I already had going. So it did not get to stay out. It's on some random 28 count fabric. I don't quite know what. Stitching Book Clubs. Pride and Prejudice. Again, I love it, but it was too much floral. So I did get a little bit done on it. I got started on one of the plates. Okay. In this bag, we've got Anne Frank. This is by Gira. It's on a random purple Jobelin that I just happened to have. And that was where I stopped on it last. It's going to become my new work project once Cryptids is done. Alright, then we've got Casting a Spell from Blackbird Designs. This is on, what was this one called? Texas Wildflower from Deerfoot Fibers. There we go. Okay. We've got Atlantis from Owl Forest Embroidery. That's where I left it off last. That's very bright. Try that way. That's better. So, and I'm not really sure why I'm on the struggle bus so much with this one, but boy am I. Okay, then let's see. What's you? You are Beatrix Potter from Primitive Hair. And you're on a Fortnite fabric. You're on Deep Fried from Fortnite Fabrics. That's how far I got on that one. This one is the Frosted Pumpkin Seasonal. It's the Winter Band Sampler. And that's as far as that one got. I think this one's on Dapple from Picture This Plus. Maybe not. It may be something different. I'm not entirely sure. No, it is. It's Dapple from Picture This Plus. Like I said, these are all in the archives. We've got Modern Folk Embroideries 2020 Sal. That's as far as I got on it. And I have no clue what this fabric is. I know it was an Under the Sea. It may be tiramisu as well. But I did not apparently save that information. It's probably on my Instagram. It's one of those things that if I were actually actively working on it, I would go dig up what it is. But since I'm not gonna. Okay. This one is labeled as Beatrix Potter, but I know that's not it. Oh, this is my Year in Silhouettes from Joan Elliott. That I started last year and have not touched since I started it. Let's see. Here is Count Your Blessings from Annie B's Folk Art. This one just needs a little bit of frogging to get it back on track. It's very blue. Universal Monsters from the Witchy Stitcher, where you can see that I am almost done with the top part of the house. And, I kind of stalled out on this one because we did a thing in Magical Stitches one night where it was like, oh, get as many as you can in one sitting. And I got like 1,200 stitches in a day because I was determined. And I never wanted to work on this again. I kind of burned myself out a little bit. I will eventually finish it. We've got Sizzling Summer Carnival from Tempting Tangles. This is on Sandy Shores from Die Stitch Love. And it's using all Silk Mill silks. We've got Strawberry Fields from Blackbird Designs, and this is on Winterbrook from Under the Sea Fabrics. That's another one that's going to need this to help balance out the light. Really? There we go. I'm still not totally sold on the strawberries, but that's okay. Let's see. You are Adventure Awaits from Caterpillar. Cross Stitch. This is on Mummy Wraps. And Mummy Wraps is by Ship's Manor. We got Europe and Africa done. So 2/7 of the way through that one. For those of you playing at home, Paradise Lost from Plum Street Sampler. That's where I'm at on it. This is With Thy Needle, the original one from Lila's Studio. I got the center one done. And that was it. That was all she wrote. What are you? Chinese Zodiac from the Frosted Pumpkin. And I really don't have all that much left. I'm a little over halfway. I had 3 parts left out of 8. So it's 5/8 the way through. Oh, this is a long one. Do Re Mi by Silver Creek Samplers. I only have Fa done. And what's really got me stymied is because under me, a name I call myself, it has a place where you're supposed to chart your name in. Unfortunately, my name is too long. So it doesn't fit. This one is a Dimensions kit. It is the Psalm 23. And I have the Fear No Evil part. I like that one because it's the theme song to my favorite of all British comedies, The Vicar of Dibley. And very inappropriately, this is a minor-ish spoiler. If you haven't watched Mayor of Easttown yet, there is a funeral that they attend, and they use the same version of of Psalm 23 that they use for the opening credits of Vicar of Dibley, and boy, was that not what I wanted tonally for that scene. This is Corner of the World from Tempting Tangles. Boop. What is you? Oh, this is Night Walked Down. Sanctuary from the Drawn Thread, which I did not get very far on. This is supposed to be my birthday start this year, but that didn't end up as planned. Oops, I skipped 2. We've got the Jenny Bean Halloween. I'm not sure what fabric these are on. If I don't know what they're on automatically, I'm not going to say so. Jenny Bean Halloween. I know this is I want to say it says Weigert Even Weave. Lizzie Borden by Primitive Hair. This is my Mary Englebright kit, the one that was the Rain. I haven't gotten any further on it than when I started. Ta-da! Then Christmas Carol from Stitching Book Club. I've done 2. I've done the main pattern, I've done one of the smalls. I've got plans to do the other two smalls eventually. But at this point, I may need to accept the fact that that may not actually happen. And just cut my losses. Alright, that's the first box. Alright, now the second one, which is not as full. We've got the Samsara Shining Star, which I took out because it just wasn't appealing to me. Good old Owl Forest Alice in Wonderland. Which the last part of that finally came out. This is Maple Lane from Frosted Pumpkin. That's where that's at. And I probably would have kept working on it, but then Little Red Riding Hood Parade was announced, so that's a sad break. We've got Sarah. We've got the Sarah Davis. Ba-doo. Getting to the end, my friends. Don't worry. You're almost done with me for now. Oh, no, we already showed you that one. The Mill Hill Christmas Village that I'm doing all on one piece of fabric. And I think had a counting error that I had to go back and fix and never did. I'm not actually even sure which one I started with. I think I started with City Hall. Was there a City Hall? Oh, no, I started with the Palace Theater. Of course, because I would put the theater in the center. Okay, we've got the Hige stories, which I got I got halfway through. There they are. Hopefully they'll come back out this year. They were fun. Okay, we've got Seize the Day from Hands On Designs. This is one that once that sale is done, I think we'll just fly by. But that sale is a beast. Okay. Common Thread from Jeanette Douglas. Every Season by the Tiny Modernist. There you go. Now You're in the World by Heart and Hand, I believe is who that one's by. Ooh, upside down. My Boffy Threads kit that I've barely done anything on since my birthday several years ago, but it was Haunted House. Still like the pattern. Dorothy's Discovery by Silver Creek. I've got 2 left. Vintage Birds by Jeanette Douglas, which I have apparently lost the pattern to. I don't know what happened to it, but... which is part of why I haven't worked on it. I have to rebuy the dang thing. There's it. And last but not least, the Stitch Niche Sal. It's actually called May Health and Peace Attend Your Days. Who's the designer on this one? There we go. All right. So, that's the WIP parade. So we're clocking in at just a little over 45 minutes. And I am going to bid you all adieu. Have a great week, everybody. I will see you all in 2022. Stay safe out there. Bye.